Now, take any object you want, keep it on your palm, keep it on the ground. Intensely chant the Mahavakya, connect to Swamiji. Any object, pick any object, keep it on the ground, and intensely experience the deep feeling connection with Swamiji. Now, with your conscious will, just bring your awareness to that object which is kept on the ground. Intensely connect and chant the Mahavakya and start manifesting. Just chant the Mahavakya intensely. Meditate on the form of Swamiji that all of us had the darshan of. Now, once you place the object on the ground, intensely chant the Mahavakya, connect to Swamiji. Now, again and again and again, bring back that awareness inside of you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Continuously connect to Swamiji. Just visualize Swamiji and experience the deep space of oneness with him. And you don't need to wait for any tangible result. Just connect to Swamiji. In that sweet, deep feeling connection, experience that tremendous oneness, intense connection, and declare that the object has to move.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
continue to manifest.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely chant the Mahavakya.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You will all actually see how the whole power manifestation very beautifully flowers in you.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, slowly, please relax.
Nityananda
Understand? Continue to manifest,
Paramashivoham.
experience a deep feeling connection with Swamiji. Slowly, you will see how the whole experience will very beautifully flower in you. Now, we will all be entering into the next session where we will actually be understanding the Ananta Kalyana Gunas. What is the meaning of Ananta Kalyana Gunas? Swamiji needed all of us into experiencing Ananta Kalyana Gunas. What exactly are these Ananta Kalyana Gunas and how can we manifest them? Let us listen to
some of the greatest sacred secrets of Paramashiva's existence. Understand? By knowing these great sacred secrets, truths about the existence of Paramashiva, you will become Paramashiva. Paramashiva, the cosmic existence, can be experienced just by listening and internalizing these sacred secrets, powerful truths I am revealing. So please listen intensely and carefully. Akshaya Guna of Paramashiva means Guna can be. Guna means the nature, character, idea, habit, all these put together. And something more is the word, Sanskrit word guna denotes, which is your core nature expresses as a habit in your doings. Nature in your being, habits in your doing is called guna. Actually, the word Sanskrit word guna means little more than all these English definitions I gave. Character of your being, habits of your doing, all put together, and something more is guna, nature. Akshaya Guna means the nature of something which does not get destroyed. The Akshaya Guna of Paramashiva, which does not get destroyed. Please listen. The Guna of Paramashiva, which does not get destroyed. The nature of Paramashiva, which never gets destroyed. If you understand that, that nature is so exciting, inspiring, your whole being will just get sucked into it. I'll tell you one incident with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He used to initiate me in multiple spiritual practices, powers. Sometimes will make me do a very, very challenging, difficult things as tapas, as penance, as practice. But when he initiates me, he will take the power he is giving it to me from my being and give it to me. He will show me very clearly, he is taking it out of my being and he will give it to me and ask me to start operating it, manifesting it. Once I asked him, Swami, you are only taking it out of my being, and whatever you are giving me is already in my being, then all this tapas, the strong training, heavy training, is this needed? He told me, this training is not for you, but for you to know how to train your disciples, the next generation. I tell you, how much I was devoted to gurus, more devoted to my disciples, how much devoted to the training I received, gurus, I am more devoted than that to train all of you. Listen, how much I was devoted to my gurus, I am more to all of you, my disciples. How much devotion and tyaga I had to get trained by my gurus, I have more tyaga to train you all. In these 45 years, I can say one of the most important thing kept me without losing me, kept me as me is the training I received from my gurus, devotion I had towards my gurus, and the dedication and tyaga I had to receive my guru's training, that kept me absolutely devoted to all of you and absolutely dedicated and ready to sacrifice anything to train you all. Whatever I went through never made me lose me. Of course, I cannot lose me. That is from the angle of that Paramashiva Swarup. I am explaining to you all from the angle of Nijavatara. So understand, I'm just looking this whole 45 years in fast forward to pick up and give you all the best I received from Paramashiva. But I am talking about what's directly going to be useful for you. The greatest thing is the stamina, power, strength of Parameshwara Sankalpa, the will, persistence, and ready to sacrifice, do tyaga of anything for that purpose. One of the Ananta Kalyana Gunas of Paramashiva's manifestation in this being as Nijavatara, when he is manifesting, one of the most beautiful Ananta Kalyana Guna is extreme powerfulness, extreme compassion, absolute tyaga. Never letting any delusion even to flash. If at all I was narrating some incidents as if some delusions flashed in me, it is for you to understand. In reality, never ever any delusion flashed in my existence as this Nijavatara last 45 years. The next Kalyana Guna Paramashiva gave me is auspicious quality Paramashiva gave me is unending, eternal patience, and again and again and again listen, unending patience, again and again and again, reviving, reviving, reviving. Even though I operate within the time frame, the human frame, my existence is not bound by any of these frames. It infuses such large energy, power, eternal life, excitement, energy, tyaga, ability to restart. Let's all restart with the tremendous energy of Paramashiva. Let's restart with new energy, inspiration, joy, power, tyaga, and ultimately Paramashiva's grace, very being. I'll highlight few of the Ananta Kalyana Gunas Paramashiva manifested in this Nijavatara, which will be useful for all of you, which you can imbibe and manifest. Absolute compassion and Paramashantatva. Because of extreme compassion, extreme peace in the core, not only not getting agitated by those so-called people who vomit poison and enmity, very strategically using them also as part to make KAILASA successful, make my mission successful. That is what terrorizes those people who are vomiting poison, venom, enmity. Listen, I never show violence, never get agitated, but because of my Shantatva, eternal peace, I know very clearly how to use even their enmity for my advantage and to fulfill my mission. I tell you, always decide how Paramashiva on the peak of KAILASA, eternal Shanta Swarupa, Paramashanta Swarupa and Paramashanta Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Meditate on that. During any agitation, anything tries to perturb you, shake you from externally or internally, just meditate on that form. How coolly he is sitting on the top of Mahasa in blissful Shanta Swarupa and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You will simply see how to strategically use even the venom vomited by yours. I know how to make them part of my Sena without their knowledge. Understand? The agitation of the enemies, well used by Paramashiva. Listen, when the Targhavana rishis, I don't know what kind of, when the Targhavana rishis sent all different attacks on Paramashiva, like a snake, deer, fire, thinking that they can destroy Paramashiva. He just held all of that as his armaments and his weapons. He made all of it as his ayuda and abarana, as his glory. When Tashi's most powerful people sent a snake and he held it like a toy and playing with it and controlling it, nobody else even dared to attack him. No, his power, his glory, they just disappear. Nobody else even thinks about attacking him. Nobody even cherishes enmity towards him. They sent a tiger. He just made the tiger skin as his dress. They sent deer. He held the deer in hand and made it his pet. They sent Parasu. He just took it and made it as his weapon. Paramashiva is a living being, not just embodiment of few qualities, a living being. Karunamurti. Connect with him. He will shower his auspicious qualities on you. Om, Om. Listen. One more Kalyana Guna Paramashiva is manifesting through this Nijavatara is even 24 hours before. Last night, I was sitting and writing a book. All of you should know. I started writing a book from the time I learned to read and write. I started giving satsangs from the time I started speaking fluently. To tell you honestly, my first book was handwritten book. At the age of 5, I wrote 8 copies, the same book. My guru has actually given this as a homework, like a training. Is you should always write book and publish. Then you should go for publishing it. So before you want to publish, I always used to think my first book was published when I was 20, but now we found out the Tiruvannamalai, a lot of evidences are coming out when we are from that handwritten book. Now only after this evidence is recovered, even I am remembering, yes, at the age of 8, my guru has made me write handwritten book and made me publish it. We always consider only printed book publication as a publishing. So I did not think this can be considered as publication. Only now I understand, yes, even that was a publication. So from the age of 8, my first book publishing, till now, even few hours before I am sitting and writing, and even though after setting a record, world record, that I'm the largest publisher in any field. We have a book of records, Asia Book of Records. Even after the world record, I am continuing to write because I have something to share with you all. As long as Paramashiva has something to share with you all, he will continue to write through this Nijavatara. Same way, at the age of 5, during this month of Margari, my Acharya, he used to give regular satsangs in Tiruvannamalai temple, Unnamalai Amman Sannidhi, on Devaram, Tiruvasakam, Agama, Shaiva Siddhanta, all these Hindu scriptures. One day he made me sit and asked me to start speaking. From that time my public satsang started. It is now 40 years of public satsangs. In this also we have set world record. The largest number of hours public discussion. We have already set Asia Book of Records, and we are going to send both to Guinness record, because even in Guinness record, this is the record. Nobody else has set this record. We are able to break all the records, earlier records. Even after setting the world record, I don't feel tired or bored to speak. I have so much to speak if I am stuck and sitting without words, not because I don't have anything to speak, I have too much to speak. And I am just waiting, thinking where to start. Understand? I am not stuck because I don't have something to speak. I am stuck because I have too much to speak. It's only traffic jam. If the words are not moving, not because words are not there, but because of the traffic jam. With Paramashiva's grace, as long as he has something to share to the world, I'll continue to speak. Tireless life. No boredom. Even the idea of tiredness and boredom does not exist in me. This age and all is only for all of you. Number. For me, all these numbers does not have any meaning. I am as fresh as my Guru made me sit on the stage in Arunachaleshwara temple, Unnamalayam and Sannidhi at the age of 5, and asked me to speak with what enthusiasm. The grace of Paramashiva manifested as words through this Nijavatara. Even now the same enthusiasm, the joy of the child, fresh beginning. Because it is from Paramashiva, it will be there forever. If you heard oldest video recorded satsangs, meditation instruction, when I guide meditations, and here today, you will hear the same instructions for each meditation technique properly, without a word changing and without even the tone or the tune will be changing. Any meditation technique or kriya, it will come exact words, exact sound, exact pronunciation. Because it is coming from Paramashiva, it will be there forever.
சரீரம் தன்னை பூர்ணமாய் கடக்கிறோம். என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளித்தவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளித்தவா. வஸ்து மீது கொள்ளும் மோக எண்ணமே, அற்பமான வஸ்து மீது கொள்ளும் மோக எண்ணமே, ஸ்வர்க்கமாய் தெரிந்து ஆன்ம தேகம் தன்னை ஆளுமே. விற்பனை பொருட்கள் மீது கொள்ளுகின்ற பற்றலாம், விற்பனை பொருட்கள் மீது கொள்ளுகின்ற பற்றலாம், சொற்பமாய் சுகம்மணி எந்தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பனல்லவா எந்தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா பரமஹம்ச நித்யானந்தன் பாதம் தன்னை பற்றிட போக எண்ணம் மாற்றி ஞான தீயை கொஞ்சம் மூட்டுவார் பரமஹம்ச நித்யானந்தன் பாதம் தன்னை பற்றிட போக எண்ணம் மாற்றி ஞான தீயை கொஞ்சம் மூட்டுவார் மோகமாய் முளைத்த போகம் வேகம் கொண்ட தீயினால் ஏகமாய வான்மதேகம் தாண்டி கரை சேருமே மோகமாய் முளைத்த போகம் வேகம் கொண்ட தீயினால் ஏகமாய வான்மதேகம் தாண்டி கரை சேருமே என்னப்பனல்லவா எந்தாயுமல்ல என்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பனல்லவா எந்தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை வாழ்வு நித்திய வாழ்வு ஆனந்தமய வாழ்வுதான் சத்திய வாழ்வு நித்திய வாழ்வு ஆனந்தமய வாழ்வு
5 years of Paramashiva's manifestation as this Nijavatara. From the age of 5, started speaking 40 years of satsangs. From the age of 8, started writing almost 37 years of publishing. And from the age of 4, I started carving with the grace of Paramashiva, the deities. So now almost 41 years of reviving the sacred arts. From that time, intensely now, all of you should know, undoubtedly we are the largest sacred arts organization in the world. Undoubtedly, we are the largest Hindu organization in the world. And undoubtedly, with the grace of Paramashiva, we are the only Hindu nation in the world with sovereign land. Having Vedas and Agamas as constitution. Understand, we should say very clearly, with Paramashiva's grace, we are the only nation with the constitution written by Paramashiva, not any human beings. Constitution written by Paramashiva himself. Jurisprudence written by Paramashiva himself. We are the only nation whose constitution and jurisprudence is written, revealed by Paramashiva himself.
Sadashiva's right eye is Surya Mandala, left eye is Soma Mandala, third eye is Vanni Mandala, Agni Mandala. Vahni or Agni, both can be used. Usually we use the word Vanni. The Surya Mandala is responsible for Prakasatva, logic, penetrating, scrutinizing, dissecting, ruling, all the aggressive and active tendencies, the Ananta Kalyana Guna, the thousands and thousands of auspicious qualities Sada radiates. In that, all the aggressive active qualities radiates through the right eye. Surya Mandala, love, compassion, making it happen, keeping it together, pro-life. energies radiate through the somamati. Understand? Love, compassion, for life, keeping it together, making it happen, taking all the obstacles. All those past foundational qualities for life, the Kalyana Gunas of Sadashiva, foundational qualities for life, they manifest Soma Mandala, the left eye. Giving enlightenment happens, manifesting all the powers, initiation, liberation, all that through third eye. Kalabhairava and we have been manifested through the right eye. The powers of the right eye, the jata and nail. Subramanya manifested through the third eye. Ganesha manifested from the Soma Mandala. That is why he is remover of all the obstacles. He is always for life, pro-life. He always votes for life, pro-life. His space, his energy, joyful being. The moment you see, you can see such a carefree, joyful being, does not diet to reduce the weight and look fit. Happy guy. and the way he is and very blissful being who goes on radiating far life energy, pro-life energy.
If you think your qualities are stronger than your identity, you will see Paramashiva also as the quality and less identity. If you think your identity is more powerful than your qualities, you will think Paramashiva also is a powerful identity, less of his qualities. He is more his identity than his qualities. People who feel their identity is stronger than their qualities, they will connect with Paramashiva also with the same idea. You will feel Paramashiva also is a strong identity and his qualities come and go. There are some people who feel their qualities are more stronger than their identity. They feel Paramashiva also same. His qualities are stronger than his identity. So let us meditate on his qualities. But you understand one thing. Me as Paramashiva, I am strong in my identity and in my qualities. I am not just the totality of few qualities. I am more than any qualities you can imagine, visualize. All the best qualities you can imagine, visualize, all that put together and something more is me. Listen to this. By knowing how I exist, you will become me, because you will recognize you also exist in the same way. I am revealing the macrocosmic secrets. If you internalize these macrocosmic secrets, you will realize as a microcosm you also exist with the same principles, with the same understanding, in the same flow. Understanding You exist in the same way I exist. You will be liberated. You will be liberated. You will manifest me. Paramashiva is all the best qualities you can imagine, all the best qualities put together, plus something more. So the identity is also strong. That is why I am saying I am form, formlessness, and more. I have an identity, I have being, I have all the Ananta Kalyana gunas, all the qualities, and more. By meditating on any of my qualities or my identity, you will manifest me. You can connect with anything. Paramashiva is here manifesting available for every being, everyone. Listen intensely. By internalizing the truths I am revealing, by coming to these powerful conclusions I am revealing, by connecting with these powerful cognitions I am revealing, you will reach your Paramashivatva. This great macrocosmic secrets I am revealing, by internalizing them, you will realize your microcosm also functions in the same quality and principle. To understand, Paramashiva, I am form, formless, identity, and all the auspicious quality. Some people say, I am embodiment of quality. Some people say, I am a form. If you feel you are just embodiment of certain qualities, you will connect with me as embodiment of some quality. If you feel you are an identity, you will connect with me also as an identity. If you feel you have form, you will connect with me as a form. Understand, in reality, I am formless and I have forms, and I am a powerful identity, powerful being, powerful auspicious qualities. I have everything as my expression, as me. If you connect to any of my auspicious quality, you will reach me. If you connect to my forms, you will reach me. If you connect to my being, you will reach me. If you connect my existence, you will reach me. Shiva is not just the totality of you auspicious qualities. So by meditating on it, you become that. He is totality of auspicious qualities and consciousness. That is why when you invoke him, invite him, he occupies you and graces through you, radiates through you. Not only he introduces himself to you, he introduces himself through you to everyone. He introducing himself to you is authenticity. He introducing himself through you to others is enriching. Mahadeva is the conscious intelligence. Shivoham is not technique, it's a conscious process. Meditate on Shivoham. Don't think your japa repetition, the strength of your meditation is going to bring the results. No. He is conscious intelligence. You meditating is nothing but invoking him, request to fill you, to radiate through you. Mahadeva is pure consciousness. Mahadeva is embodiment of purity. Mahadeva is alive. I can't say, just because I chanted Shivoham for millions of times, I started experiencing Mahadeva. No. Just because he is consciousness, he accepted my request to walk into me. He started radiating himself through me. Understand, he is consciousness is the good news I want all of you to know. He accepts your request even if it is made once. He is Bholenath. Simple guy. His presence is not heavy, demanding. No. He is not Vaikuntavasi. He needs the Lakshmi to press the feet and the Ananta Sesha for a bed and the milk ocean for his presence. And all the best things, Shamantaka, the best, greatest jewelry for wearing. No, I am not disrespecting Vishnu. All I am trying to tell you is Mahadeva is Bholenath. Even if you are already depressed like a cremation ground. You are almost there. Your whole mind is dull, dead, depressed cremation ground. Even then, he is happy to dance there. And all your thinking, feeling, everything is full of negativity, 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 negativity like a ghost. Even then, he is ready to have you as his companion. Understand, he is too simple and his presence is not that heavy. His presence is powerful but not heavy. Heavy means demanding. Powerfulness is different. Heavy is different. His Volenath, his presence is never demanding. His presence is so powerful, but not demanding. Understand? Invoke him, request him, pray to him, ask him, invite him to your inner space. Mahadeva, whatever I know as Aham is a bunch of my root patterns, social conditionings, parental conditionings, layers and layers of patterns, samskaras, and the past life karmas. But this is not too big for you. You can burn all this, and this cannot be the reason why you are not happening through me. Can this stop you happening in me? I am completing this and surrendering at your feet. O Prabhu, happen in me. O Mahadeva, happen in whatever I feel as me. Let Aham become Shivoham. Let Aham become Shivoham. Invite him. Invoke him. Request him. Understand, he is conscious, alive, present. Now the thought current. Listen carefully. Everything your life is made of is your very expression. Listen, everything your life is made of is your very expression. Experientially playing with them, changing them, altering them, manipulating them is powers, siddhis. Understanding, no need to play with any of this, you are beyond, and going beyond is enlightenment. Listen now. Now what I said is pure science. Mahadeva gives a very powerful practical methodology to experientially realize this statement. The statement which I uttered now is a sutra, pure science. whatever you see in your life, including the walls of this hall and me sitting in front of you, this throne, your chair, the people sitting around you, everything is made of a material which is from inside you. You can alter, manipulate, extend, reduce, change everything as you want. Please understand. I am not making some statement which is not practical. No. I am not going to hide saying that Mahadeva said it, I don't know. No. I am responsible for what I am uttering. I am responsible for what I am uttering. You can hold me responsible for what I am talking. It is Apta Pramana, Mahadeva's experience, and Atma Pramana, my own experience. Listen. Listen to this carefully. Everything you see in your life is made out of a stuff which comes from your very self. The wax, the material in which your waking state is made and your dream state is made, that material is from you, inside you, just like cobweb. It's from you, the material is manifested. Listen. Listen. How this can become our realization. How this can become our realization. This thought current now which I said is a pure science. Now Mahadeva comes next to applied science. How to make that into reality for you and how to use that in your day-to-day life. It's a very beautiful revelation. Listen. Mahadeva says, early morning, the period of Brahma Muhurta, where the so-called reality, waking state has not become 100% real for you, and the dream state has not yet become 100% dream state for you, where you are just moving in between. Brahma Muhurta, morning 4:30 to 6, where your inner space, some moments is in waking state, some moments in the dream state. Make use of that time to infuse some ideas into your system. Listen. For example, you are feeling you inside you is very poor. You are not having enough resources. You want wealth. Try to play early morning that 4:30 to 6, infusing yourself with the idea, let me manifest wealth. Your visualization should be more towards wealth, not towards moving away from poverty. Please understand, if you say, let me move out of poverty, you will be all the time visualizing poverty. No. Move towards wealth. Visualizing wealth. The first thing will happen when you consciously play with your Brahma Muhurta consciousness. That is a unique consciousness. That's a unique time and space where you are neither fully awake nor fully sleeping, nor fully dreaming. You are like a original material out of which you are made is available for alteration, transformation, manipulation. The material out of which you are made is available to yourself at that moment. Just few days from today to next Sunday, this Brahma Muhurta time, try to play with your consciousness. I gave you the example of money because that is the biggest problem everyone has. Whether you have or don't have, you have a problem. If you don't have some type of problem, you can work on even your health. You can work on your relationships. You can work on your fulfillment, feeling alone, empty, lonely, on anything you can work. Try to visualize what you want to manifest. It will not take more than 3 or 4 days for you to realize actually you are setting the trend and thought current. You are setting the trend and thought current of what you want to express in that Brahma Muhurta time. Sleeping during that time means wasting your life. Do not entertain. Please listen. Do not entertain the thought currents which are not directly conducive for your life at those moments. Because whatever you entertain during that time will become part of you. If you want to become a sannyasi, nothing else you need, only that morning Brahma Muhurta. If you don't entertain fantasy, that's all. In 2 months, your body and mind will be ready for sannyas. Max. Now play with this thought current, this Kundalini thought current. The first realization you will have is your whole life is not solid as you think. It is just liquid or semi-solid. It is liquid or semi-solid. You can manipulate it. You can manifest it. You can play around with it. Understand? Now, unfortunately, you guys have already frozen. See, after 6, you get frozen. Now, anything I tell, it takes time for it, that thought current to reach your being. But at that moment of Brahma Muhurta, anything you try to infuse into you, very easy, banana. It can just enter into your system. Meditate on this. This thought current can awaken your Kundalini. Kundalini awakening means understanding you and the stuff of of which your life is made is ultimately from you. Because of that, you can transform, manifest, manipulate, play around, do anything you want with the stuff out of which your life is made. Now an important revelation. Listen. From my personal experience, as I said, that this truth is from my personal experience. One day recently, I was sitting in Samadhi early morning, this Brahma Muhurta time, and cleaning up all these stupid attacks and clearly manifesting a beautiful Vedic civilization on planet Earth and reviving this great, grand Vedic civilization on the planet Earth, which will look like now, before it manifests, if I speak, it will look like a story, because so many people have spoken about it. Anyhow, let it manifest. Then it will speak for itself. I always feel your work will speak for you, your speaking will not work for you. So I was just sitting and seeing the beautiful things are the Vedic civilization flowering and beautifully. Whatever is going to happen now, blissfully, Mahadeva expressing the Vedic civilization, I was seeing. Suddenly an idea crashed in my inner space that why did this attack? Just I saw a scene, the streets of Madurai. Meenakshi was going for night rounds in the disguise form. See, the queens and kings have the habit in those days, they will have a different makeup, different get-up and go around in the night time, the whole city, and mix with people to feel, to see the pulse of the people and to supervise the security. So one day Meenakshi was going around like this, all alone, in disguise. Her own army people thought some spy has entered the city. So some 10 of them have surrounded her with an open sword. She was actually in the disguise of an old lady. She didn't want to reveal this. She had only a walking stick, inside which the sword was inserted. She just pulled out that sword. The moment old lady pulled out sword from her walking stick, bamboo stick, the security people they became really shaken, and they thought, yes, she's only spy. They really had a confirmation. They started attacking her, and of course, Meenakshi is Meenakshi, so just it took hardly 5-6 minutes to finish, and she finished the fight and put a sword into her stick and stood again like an old lady. When she turned, she saw Sundareshwara standing in corner and enjoying the whole thing. Watching and enjoying the whole thing, Not even coming for help, but standing in one corner and watching and enjoying the whole thing. The moment she saw Sundareshwara enjoying, for that one moment, she showed to Sundareshwara, see my valor. See my valor. The joy of winning, she enjoyed for a second. That is why she has to come again, just to go through the joy of winning. She has to do all that. But one good thing is that because throughout she was in the space of oneness, the attack never shaken her, frightened her. She just knows she's going to win. And it is just a play. The beauty of the play is throughout she did not reveal who she is. If she reveals who she is, the game will not happen. The play will not happen. Knowing is knowing. If she reveals even momentarily to all the people who she is, the whole struggle will end, the fight will not be there. Knowing all that, simply she celebrated, she enjoyed, just to see the cute smile in the face of Sundareshwara.
Because of that unfortunate thought current of irresponsibility becomes spirituality. Lost some of the most beautiful, most important contributions we have done to planet Earth. The origin and ultimate. Listen carefully. And ultimate are one and the same in Vedagamic traditions. That is why the vision document complete. The basic units, principles, tattvas with which we are asked to function is complete. Integrity is a tattva to measure your expression. The depth of integrity, the amount of integrity you cognize about each subject, that will be the expression, spontaneous expression of you. When somebody asks you, why do you pour milk on linga? The first response I gave is, hey, we pour on Sadashiva, not on linga. Because every time I pour, I know I am pouring on Sadashiva. It falls on linga. In Hindu tradition, if you don't find any linga, you can just keep a heap of sand on the floor. Just sit, try to get any stone. If you don't get any stone, just get heap of sand and start worshipping that as a linga. That's the way Sita did in Rameshwaram. One of the most important Jyotirlinga, Ramanatha Swami, is just heap of sand touched by Sita with the great sacred sentiment, the bhava. O Mahadeva, Sadashiva, Iha Agaccha, Igatishta. The power of bhava of Sita, the beach sand becomes Ramanatha. Understand? We pour on Shiva, not on linga. It falls on linga. Because we are so engrossed to whom we are pouring, sometimes we don't bother where it is falling. That is the first. This should have been a first response from any practicing Shaivite. If you are integrated to your logic, naturally you will say, oh, I think it is oiling, massage. So that the stone won't crack. You mean to say it is an oil massage therapy? And I do wonder, what kind of a stone absorbs the fat? And I don't know much about stone, and I know only about Sadashiva. Let me stop myself. Let me restrict myself to what I know. Understand integrity. Listen carefully, because this is one of the important point with many people in the Sangha are suffering. In our Sangha, many people have the pain point with integrity. The moment I utter the word integrity, you only remember morning the integrity officer standing in front of you and waking up. Hey, get up for morning yoga! Listen. Now you need to understand that principle. Integrity is basically the unit with which our expression is measured. See, your source, consciousness, when it starts operating using this body and mind, it always gets integrated to something. Even if you don't want to get up, come to morning yoga, you are highly integrated to Nidra Devi. Means sleep. You are highly integrated to your bed. And you are highly integrated to your tiredness. Understand? Then don't blame, whole day I am feeling bored and depressed and tired. That is what you are integrated in the early morning. Understand? When the sun rises, to what you are integrated, you will be integrated to that till the sun sets. When the sun sets,
To what you are integrated, you will be integrated to that till again sun rises. Understand? It's a basic principle of life. So when sun rises, to what you are integrated matters, because that is the time the commands are given to your body about the whole day which you are supposed to do. The plans are delivered to your system. If your plan is turning this side and pulling the blanket, so I will enter into the second and third verse. Tatsarvam gatayi yoga yukyashe yatsvarupam sarvatomukam sarvataravastam sarvajiva yogagamyam shprabam hridadambihi. Mahadeva Paramashivoham is saying, second verse, yatsvarupam nijam suddham. My state is real and listen. Yesterday I was revealing an important, sacred secret. You need to behave with as Paramashivoham. You need to be convinced, blessed who are able to themselves, that they are, means they are able to cross the delusion of self, denial self. Bhakti should be the expression of the gratitude and powerfulness of everything you have been given, not from the attitude that you are separate from the source. Understand? I overflow with gratitude and bhakti to my Guru, not because I am separate from him, but because he made me realize he is me. Understand? The right understanding. Listen very carefully. The identity you carry in the waking state, identity you carry in the deep sleep state, identity you carry in the dream state, identity you carry in Turiya state, and identity you experience in Turiyatita state, in all the 25 states of consciousness, each identity is independent. The moment you realize the undercurrent of all these 25 identities, your pure consciousness, which is the source of you and which is Paramashivam, all the 25 heads, 25 identities gets integrated. That is why Paramashiva is always described with the 25 heads. Means, who has realized his 25 identity is in oneness with his source consciousness, pure Paramashiva, ultimate. As long as your identities play separate games, without getting integrated to the source, you continue to remain in suffering. When you are ready to cross your self-doubt, understand, courage to cross the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred is tapas, vairagya. Ferociousness you need to cross your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt is called tapas. It can be psychological ferociousness, it can be physical ferociousness, it can be ferociousness to detoxify your system, ferociousness to break from patterns, ferociousness to break from addictions, ferociousness to manifest the higher understandings, ferociousness to live the higher understandings. It can be anything. Understand? The ferociousness to cross the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, to reach you are one with Paramashiva is tapas. Blessed are those who decide they are one with Paramashiva, who cognize they are one with Paramashiva, because other than him nothing else can exist. If something else can exist other than him, then he cannot exist. He is the only Purusha. There cannot be anything other than oneness. That is why it is oneness. So if you feel you exist, you are only Paramashiva. You exist only as Paramashiva. Any other identity you assume is assumption. Understand? Nothing else can exist. And nothing else exists. I tell you, that is what is manifesting the state of Paramashiva. Deciding, declaring yourself as Paramashiva to yourself, intensely demanding yourself to be Paramashiva by yourself is what is manifesting the space, the state of Paramashiva. That is what is manifesting the state of Paramashiva. I really want all the Paramashivoham participants to start practicing. Declare yourself as Paramashiva to yourself and demand yourself to be Paramashiva. Talk to yourself as you are Paramashiva. Think yourself as Paramashiva. Behave with yourself as Paramashiva. Start from today. I bless you all to achieve success. From today, behave with yourself as Paramashiva. Start manifesting the state of Paramashiva. Paramashiva moves this whole universe without thoughts, being in the state of Paramashanta Swarupa. That shows thoughts are not needed to run your existence as Paramashiva manifested it. Thoughts are your feeling something is missing, inadequate, not enough, incomplete. That insecurity, suffocation, incompletion, that generates something cranky, worms going in your brain. Parasites running in your intestine. That crankiness, the thoughts and thought currents generated by that crankiness is not needed to run your life. This is the most powerful, important cognition you need to cognize. Understand, Hinduism fundamentally does not believe in belief system or faith system. It very clearly explains the methodology of powerful cognition-based functioning system. I am not going to tell you, believe, you don't need thoughts to run your life. No. I am going to say, Shravana, listen, Manana, internalize, Nididhyasana, start living this powerful cognition. So the powerful cognition I am giving you now, Paramashiva, running the whole universe, much, much, much more than what we are running in our life. He is running it from the space of Paramashanta Swarupa, without any thought currents, out of pure intelligence. When he can run, you can run. Decide, you will be in the space and state of Paramashiva, Paramashanta Swarupa, and live your life. You will see thoughts and thought currents become redundant. They just fall off from you. Like a old skin getting peeled off and falling. The old hair falling. Old nail falling. Just like old things fall off from you. The ideology you need, thoughts and thought currents to run your life, will fall off from you. Meditate on this powerful cognition. Internalize it, manifest it. Do Shravana Manana Nididhyasana of Paramashanta Swarupa, Paramashiva, who is so big, he does not need thoughts even to run this whole universe. Even to run this whole universe, he does not need thoughts. Why do you need thoughts to run your life? Too small. Decide to be in his space by listening, internalizing and manifesting this powerful cognition in your inner space.
Today, on this auspicious day of the Avatara Dinotsava, Swamiji has revealed to us some of the most profound sacred secrets, ultimately revealing to all of us the essence of what Paramadvaita is actually. We thank every one of you for joining with us today. Tomorrow we're having a very special initiation on how you can use Guru Bhakti to raise yourself to the ultimate superconscious experience, existence. Do not miss. Please be there tomorrow. Hope you all had a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for joining with us. We welcome everyone of you to join with us tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, beginning from yoga. This brings us all to the conclusion of the 10th day of the Paramashivoham Level-3 program. Let us all conclude the day with the Purnam. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् नित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम् Thank you all, Nithyanandam.